Emma was just your typical high schooler. She walked through the park on her way home from school every day. But today was different. Little did she know, this day would change her life forever. The crisp autumn breeze swirled leaves across the path as Emma noticed something unusual. A man had collapsed at the corner of the park. People glanced at him, but kept walking. Nobody stopped. Emma didn't think twice. She ran straight to him. She knelt down, scanning his face and checking for signs of life. He wasn't breathing. Don't panic, Emma, she thought. Remember your CPR training. You've got this. She placed her hands on his chest and started CPR. Seconds stretched into what felt like hours. And then it happened. The man gasped for air and opened his eyes. The paramedics arrived and rushed him to the hospital. Watching the ambulance leave, Emma felt a sense of relief. She had saved a life. But this story wasn't over yet. That evening, unable to stop thinking about him, Emma decided to visit the hospital and check in. As she nervously walked down the hospital hallway, her determination was clear. She finally reached his room and saw the man sitting up in his hospital bed, his face lighting up with gratitude. "You're the girl who saved me, aren't you?" he asked. "I don't even know how to thank you." Emma smiled shyly and replied, "Don't mention it. I'm just glad you're okay." But then, during their conversation, Emma mentioned her mom's name. The man's expression shifted completely. His eyes widened, his voice shook. "Clara?" he asked, almost in disbelief. "Clara Johnson." "Did you just say Clara?" Emma leaned forward, curiosity written all over her face. "Yeah, that's my mum. Why? Do you know her?" The man took a deep breath and finally said it. Clara was his long-lost sister. "There was a fire," he explained, his voice trembling. "It tore our family apart. We were separated, and I never saw her again. I had no idea she was alive, or that she had a daughter." Emma was in shock, but she also felt an overwhelming sense of responsibility. That night, she shared everything with her mum. When Clara heard the news, tears streamed down her face. "My brother," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "He's alive. I thought I'd lost him forever. This has to be a miracle." The next day, Emma and Clara went to the hospital together. When Clara and her brother saw each other for the first time in decades, it wasn't just a reunion. It was the rediscovery of a family they thought was gone. For Emma, this was more than just saving a life. It was about healing the past and bringing her family back together. Sometimes, a small act of kindness can spark a chain of events that leads to something incredible. Emma would never forget that day. What about you? Have you ever helped a stranger and found it changed your life? Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming tales, because every small act of kindness can lead to something truly extraordinary.